Back to the Game of Thrones mod. This episode, we have some very simple goals. Number one is join and hopefully become the head of the cult of the Starry Wisdom, the worshippers of Nyarlathotep. I don't really know how to pronounce that. But, you know, that guy. Everybody knows that guy, right? Apparently the guy who invented the Blackstone, worshipper of the old gods, you know, big power of destruction, dark magic, that type of thing. Yeah, so we're going to try and do that. Hopefully see what this society has to offer, because one thing I've never done in the Game of Thrones mod is join this society before. I assume it's just your standard devil worshippers society, but given how much, given how different the Alchemist Guild is to the Hermetic Society, I assume they've done something with it. To tie into lore a little bit. Plus, it perfectly fits into the campaign, seeing as the Blackstone is apparently something created by the old gods, trapped under Leng, which we will rescue one day. And of course, we want to go full North Korea mode and revoke all of our vassal titles as well. It's something I started last episode, but never really got around to finishing. This episode, I want to make that happen. So I'm going to go ahead and revoke basically just about everything we can until eventually there is just one king, the Shadow King, Topbog Spoff, who has kind of descended into madness these past few episodes, eh? Went into exile, came back with a dragon, went a bit mad with power, stole Stygi back, the supposedly demon-haunted cursed city, and went a bit insane, and now apparently thinks he's an immortal character. Maybe he actually is, who knows? I'm looking around the world a little bit here, and I'm kind of worried about YT being so massive and so powerful, and us both sort of contesting Leng as well. If they declare war on us, there's nothing I can do to stop them at this stage. I think even with the dragon, they've got 52,000 men, we've got 14,000. If we go full North Korea mode, we'll have plenty of troops. We obviously won't get much taxes because we'll be way over our domain limit, but we'll have plenty of troops to fight them with. We could just do it, depending on how fast to get the turnaround. Why don't we have a look around the world, see what's going on here? Basically, it's business as usual for most of the Far East here. I don't even know how to pronounce that, and I'm not even going to try. The Bone Mountain provinces look more or less about where you'd expect them to be. Besides this one, which has been taken by YT, I think that's because it's a trade route, though. Yeah, so that was sort of the whole point of my mod, was to contest trade routes a bit more, make them a lot more valuable, because they have access to all the new buildings. So, although the AI probably isn't doing it for that reason, it's kind of nice to see it working out like that. Karth has been... Wait, Karth has fallen into ruin, more or less. Now, a lot of it starts as ruin, unless they've expanded far more along this way, unless they've expanded into New Geese there without me even noticing. I'm not entirely sure. We obviously want to take the rest of Leng. That's one of our goals here. So we've got to take 2 provinces there from YT, but I don't particularly want to go to war with them, seeing as they are quite powerful right now. There's also Marahai as well, which is part of Leng, but that's another colony that we'll have to grab later on there. Oh my Christ. The Sunset Empire. I assume the Aztecs then. Do I even want to fucking know? That's tomorrow's problem. We'll sort that out later on. Oh, and also in Asshai we have Ulas there and the Saffron Isle, both of which we can grab basically whenever we feel like. I kind of want to invest a lot of the gold into turning Stygi into a proper stronghold, because it's a really, really great province given how defensible it is. Asshai, kind of vulnerable. You know, it has these 2 adjacent provinces that you can easily get to it. I mean, boat bombing is a legit strategy. It's accessible by sea. Stygi, though, not only is inland, but it has the defensive, well, the sort of defensive aspect that it's surrounded entirely by mountains. The actual province itself, though, it counts as hills. So if we want to use the dragon, we can. We're not restricted by the mountainous province. But I mean that in the literal sense, it's surrounded by mountains, not just the terrain is mountains, in that they can only get to it via Asshai or via 2 other provinces surrounded in mountains. So it's like a really, really good province to try and defend as well. Getting the slave labor would definitely help out a lot. I think we should definitely do that before we start investing back into the province. Before we start building up the demon city, or whatever the hell they call it in lore. So, slave raids, anyone? I think that's a good idea. Who have we got nearby that are kind of weak? I guess sort of Karth, Pharos, and Morak. 9,000 men. Yeah, you guys are basically fresh for the picking, eh? I kind of want to, before we do anything else, though, finish revoking all of these vassal titles. We've got some that we should just be able to revoke. Anybody below sort of, well, we've only got 1... We've technically got 2 dukes. One's a republic. 1 republic, 1 duke, and 1 count there. Can we revoke this from the count? He'll say no. Because we have a truce. This was the guy that went into rebellion and then... Okay, right. So he's not a problem. Basically, the majority of... Oh, we've got another count there, a tribal count. The majority of the guys that actually hold provinces, though, we should be able to revoke it from. I don't particularly want to revoke temple-level holdings, because those we can't hold anyway. They're kind of relevant. Oh, technically, we can't hold cities. Should I just grab everything? What's the downside to grabbing it? I mean, much, much less taxes, but also we risk... I mean, who cares about barons, really? That doesn't matter too much. Barons with castles I could always revoke, because we're not going to have enough domain limit for everything anyway. I might as well take those as well, because we can actually hold those. So I'll take the Shadow Gates. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. My daughter, Princess Kerp, asked for a fight of her own. She wants Asshai. Fuck off. Who cares if we're seen as a tyrant? Like, actually, who cares? She didn't actually report us as a tyrant. So, there's only a chance of that happening. She basically goes to the realm and says, hey, you know, the Shadow King is withholding titles from me that should be mine, because it is custom to give out titles to your children. But they apparently don't care. She didn't care enough to try and go against me. Understandable, seeing as the last person that rebelled against us, we fed to our dragon. This dude apparently also has a castle. I'll take that one if you don't mind. Maybe. Oh no, a single baron is going to rebel. Lose a trait, humble. So, one thing I meant to mention is to join the Cult of the Starry Wisdom, we have to get rid of kind, honourable, and just. I feel like I can do that. I feel like that's the type of thing I'm pretty good at. So we might want to flip over to something like seduction, something like intrigue. One of the more, or I should say one of the less virtuous. No, like hedonism would probably be better, wouldn't it? Carousing. Cannot change until... So we've got to wait another year anyway. But after that point, we'll just try and focus on getting rid of honourable and just and kind. All those good traits, generally, so we can join the demon worshippers. Is there anyone else I can really revoke from right now? There's nobody I want to revoke from. What has this guy got? Is that military command? Right, so this dude's probably got a... Oh, it's a city? A city under a military. Weird. Military command counts the Republic for taxation and other purposes. So basically, when he dies, it reverts to us no matter what. We'll just create a new vassal when that dude dies. Must have been something Yeti did when they were still in... Annoyingly, the only duke that we've got, the only actual feudal duke is this dude of the host war. Which isn't... He's not doing anything. Conquest of Lenghi. He's not going to win that. So I guess we just wait for his war to end, and then hopefully he'll disappear off the vassals list as well. Then all we've got to worry about is the Republic. So there are a couple of ways we can approach this. We can incite them to revolt. We could, I think granting them independence and then going for them, swinging from them after that might be the best idea. Because it's a Republic, and this dude... But we've got to wait for the truce to expire, which will expire when this dude dies, which could be in 10 years' time. We're immortal, so we've got all the time in the goddamn world to wait for this guy to die, eh? And then we'll just conquest it. Or we could push claims on it and actually take it for ourselves rather than having it as a vassal under us. I feel like that's the best idea. Council say no. Do I really give a fuck what the council think anymore? I mean, until we can pass diplomacy and justice, yeah, kind of, unfortunately. Lord Treasurer hates me, so we'll sack him in favour of literally anybody who likes me, because that's all I care about right now. You're terrible, but I'll take it. Welcome. Send him a gift. Do you want a gift as well? I've got plenty of... Oh, well, I've got enough gold right now. I haven't really got plenty of gold, but enough to try and keep the council on side. Shadowbinder hates us. They all hate us, so that's not much of a surprise. Okay, we won't worry about too much. Good. Right, let's see what the council think now. So if I go ahead and go to the actual Republic of Asshai, which apparently is in the Saffron Lands, grant independence, they're still going to say no, so we're going to have to buy some favours. We only need to buy a favour from one of them, to be fair. Request council support, she'll say no. We want to find whoever likes us who isn't voting in favour of that, really. So let's go grant independence. Who have we got? This dude, opinion of me, 50. 53. Yeah, he's probably going to be the best guy, isn't he, there? 64. Alright, calling council support. He'll say yes, of course he will. I'll owe him a favour. We'll just fire him, so who cares? Right, I will support you in the council, and then we should be able to grant independence and immediately basically conquest... Oh, right, okay, they were being swayed by the other voters. There we go. So those boys now have independence. We're looking a little more shitty now. You got to remember, we still hold Asshai, and we still hold Stygai as well. These are only 2 provinces. We can grab those, no problem. So... For it anyway, to be fair. Dragon Conquest of Asshai would just make them our vassals again, though. Do we not have the lordship? Oh shit! No, of course they've got the lordship. I want to usurp that if you don't mind. I can't believe we don't have a claim on it at all, seeing as we have the Kingdom of Asshai as our primary title. Okay, fair enough. So we've got to wait for this truce to expire. Then we'll just swing for him, I think. We've got to find a way to destroy the Republic, which is sort of the biggest pain in the ass. The only way I can think of doing it actually would be to send a Chancellor in and push claims until we get rid of the Duchy level title. It's not ideal, but it will work. My aunt wants what, sorry? Lenghi? You're a gut... No, I don't care. She's named me a tyrant. So she actually did follow that through and name me a tyrant. Who cares, honestly, at this stage? What? It genuinely doesn't matter. The only people we've got to keep happy are the people in our court. And honestly, if for the most part, if courtiers don't like you, they'll just leave. Rumours have reached our shores of a titanic struggle taking place across the Great Sea in the homeland of the Sunlanders. Well, there we go. We already know what that's about. That's just classic, oh my god. He's picked up some great traits along the way. I'm pretty sure he wasn't always a brilliant commander, and he's got Organizer, Direct Leader, and Defender. Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Shrewd, honourable, diligent, just. Jesus Christ, really? And I guess his vassals probably don't really hate him much either then in that case. Holy shit, look at this dude. He went beyond the wall as well. He didn't even have that 5 seconds ago we were looking at him. My god. Grading the Conqueror. Because he's House Stark, people also aren't too upset with him. Because he does have de jure claims on the north. So people don't really care, because he's not entirely a foreigner. Wow, that's crazy. Vassals, what do they think of him? He's got a lot of Aztec vassals. If you look down this list of faces here, he has given a lot of land out to his culture, his religion. Honestly, you have to scroll down pretty goddamn far before people start hating him. The king beyond the wall, but that's because he is a wildling. Frey here hates him because of what? Declared war defeated me, that's understandable. My god, if he can keep this together for another sort of, what, 20 years? All of these modifiers making people hate him are going to disappear. We're going to see an Aztec Iron Throne, I think. All he's got to take now is what? The Mountain and the Vale? Holy shit. We're going to have to keep a close eye on that, because they might even, because the Aztecs have unlimited invasion casus-belli, they might even head over into Essos. I doubt it'll ever be Asshai versus Aztecs. Kind of interesting. Let me just... I don't like... The Dragon Conquest is good, don't get me wrong. Are these icons looking a little bit weird? Is the interface a little bit funky for anyone else? I've never noticed that before, but we've got... Oh, God. I feel like bigger interface probably updated between episodes. Dragon Conquest is fine, but if we declare war on him, obviously we're going to be putting a truce with him. We'll have to wait for this dude to die, and then we'll revoke the title from his heir. We might as well start work on it, I guess. Unlike the Republic, we can just revoke these titles. We don't have to wait for special revocation. Oh, Jesus. What has happened? Why are you like this, game? Oh, I'm going to have to reboot, aren't I? Alright, fair enough. Shit. It's the old gods. Hooray! Alright. Send the troops in. Kill them all. I want to see someone toasted by my dragon. Roasted and toasted. Then we're going... Your Grace, I see... Seriously? Did he hear me say that? Your Grace, I see not the point in the conflict with you and your dragons. Thanks, Yoda. He is wise. And we have finished... sorry. Your Grace, I write to you far from Lorath. I seek new challenges and new adventures. To boldly go where no one has gone before. Ignored. Not today. Thank you. Is this spam? Right. If a man asks you to come and visit seeking an adventure, make sure you say no, especially if it's someone you don't know. Well, I mean, only if it's just like, you know, your friend or something. Just don't take my advice on that one. Lord of Kuramai. So, again, we're at truce with this dude for probably 1,000 years. Kuramai. We are at truce with this dude for 10 years, like I said, 1,000 years, so we're going to have to wait a while on that one. Manpos, we could always send them a threatening message as well. Like, hey, boy, I'm sorry. Why not? Valid Casus Belli. Hey, how about being the fucking Shadow King? Is that not a Casus Belli enough? What do you mean I can't declare war on this dude? Hang on. Wait, what? He's part of my de jure realm. Asshai, de jure. Manpos is definitely under there. Okay, then. Well, I didn't want that land anyway. It's for big idiots. Right, Saraborai we also can't revoke because we're at truce with this dude. But if he dies, it's ours anyway, so I don't mind too much. At which point we own basically friggin' everything, don't we, when we revoke that one and deal with the Republic. Hey, that's pretty great. Right, so I think we go Slave Raid Morak, start building Stygai into an absolute powerhouse, ready to take out... Sorry. Unleash the old gods on the world and watch everybody die horribly. That seems like a pretty decent plan. Right then, so we need to declare the actual Slave Raid beforehand, don't we? Slave Raid, no. Have a port in Stygai. Have a port in Stygai. What do you mean have a port in Stygai? I didn't know this was part of the deal. Is it because we're trying to declare an overseas slave raid? What if I try one on... Oh shit, that's exactly why. Target province borders Shadow King Topbog's realm. The only place we can slave raid is Yt. Unless we move back to... What's that when you're immortal? That's like 5 minutes. It's like dog years, right? When you're... I need some slaves to help build up my cities. Nope, that's the wrong button. Slave raid. Boom, there we go. Alright. And then my microphone died. The land is consumed. It was the Dragonfire, you see. It's Drod Spoff was responsible for it. Madness. People dislike us because we burnt the land and Asshai gets burning. Which is reducing the tax modifier because everything is on fire. Maybe I shouldn't use a dragon on my own lands in future. You know what? It doesn't matter too much because we've just really, really handily destroyed all their troops in one war. So now we can just move over and take the slaves uncontested, right? A daughter named Murin. Hello, Murin. You're Lima Spoff, so you should be... Oh, I suppose she is technically disinherited just by being a girl, right? How's my main son, my actual heir, Boffin Spoff, going to end up? Not bad. Intrigue, focus, obviously diligent, shy, deceitful. It's like Peter Baelish during that one scene where he's spying on Arya. That's actually what that image is based on. You probably didn't know that. Some CK2 facts for you there. I mean, it was probably worth burning Asshai. We lost 200 men. They lost 4,200. Now they're heading up to Stygai. Hey, do you want to fuck off? Why are you here? Why are you running? 2 people got eloped. I don't care. I should have probably thrown them in prison, eh? News from Crackclaw Baron, your brave. Should I try this one again? News from Crackclaw. Why am I like this? News from Crackclaw Baron, your grace. During the war in the rivers and the hills, the dragon riders. So King Maekar Targaryen. The more dragons that are dead, that's fine by me. Because if we can become the only dragon ruler in the realm, or the only dragon breeder in the realm, we're controlling most of these sort of like incredibly powerful engines of death. It's going to be entirely ours. So I kind of prefer that if you don't mind. Okay. Your grace, I've been performing the. Okay, whatever. That's fine. I assume she likes me. I might have just fired one of the only loyalists left. Not a fan that they're just retreating more and more into our territory. Fuck it, we've got to go and grab some slaves. It'll end the war immediately. I don't think they'll be able to siege anything anyway, because these places generally have quite large garrisons, don't they? Look, 4,000 men there. We've got 4,200 in Asshai. Sure, they can take Kuramai. Oh no, they can't even take Kuramai, so it doesn't matter. They actually can't do anything anymore. Right, off we go, team, with too many boats, although we might need some spare seats. Right. And there is a really good reason for doing this. If you haven't seen the slavery events before, what mod did we play last time that had the slavery events? Was it, it was Lux Invicta, right? Had exactly this style system. Oh, fuck's sake. Shadow Men, constant blight in the realm, blah, 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 lead the attack against them. Yep, we've had this event 1,000 times now. You'd think that they would learn by now, but that's fine. Abdominal pain, doesn't matter, we're immortal. He's gonna try, he's poisoned us. No, he's not. It's actually the opposite. He's livened us. Thank you. Sue me. I don't care. I'll sort out all of this nonsense in a minute. I want to get some slaves to start off with. Right, speaking of which, send the dragon in to burn all the slaves. Excellent. We've taken Port Morak. Thank you. Oh, God, the Shadowmen. Charge! This is terrible. We've become wounded. Okay, so that event is a guaranteed chance of dying. In the future, let's not do that, because it's probably the only way we're actually going to die. No one's going to be able to take us down on Dragonback in battles, which is one of the big things we worry about if you're immortal. But an event where you're 5% for a guaranteed death, it's 5% for a guaranteed death because it's event-driven. Probably not the best idea to go through that event ever again. Right, so now you're going to see why the slave raid is so valuable. Put these boys in the boats, thank you. We've gathered some personal slaves as well. Now, I assume in Asshai, marginal slave labor. What are you trying to say? Excuse me? Secrets of Wildfire, and it's bidding you to help in the endeavor. Yeah, sure. Excuse me? That's not how that's supposed to work. Oh. Despite your best efforts to show Shamas how to say fly... Why are we brummy now? Sci-Fly May can handle the substance. His attempts to replicate it were disastrous. His concoction of wildfire proved most unstable. I made a careful slip. The substance spontaneously exploded. There's a chance we can become horribly burned and maimed. We have been horribly maimed. We've lost an eye in a wildfire explosion. That seems kind of cool, though. That seems like a nice little story arc for this boy who plays with fire all the time. It was bound to happen eventually, wasn't it? And we've got the trait flu. Thank fucking God we're immortal. Otherwise, we would be dead as all hell right now. What's that? -2 health on top of another -2 health. Lunatic, I don't think there's a health balance in this one. No, thank God. Right, okay. As long as you know what you're doing, honestly, don't worry about it too much. I'm sure I'll be fine either way. Where are my boats? Hey, land? I can't afford to keep these... Land? There we go. Alright, well, that was I'm not going to say a successful slave raid, but generally what's supposed to happen is this is supposed to upgrade to the next level. So you get marginal slave labor, you get limited slave labor, and then eventually you get slave economy, which is -50% build time and -50% build cost, which is obviously massive. That's what we want before we start investing into all of our provinces, because we'll be able to do so much more with it so much quicker. Well, we knew it was going to happen eventually. Topbog Spoff, your reign of misrule must come to an end immediately. Me and my allies insist that you abdicate in favor of your heir... Who? Ayla? My daughter? Ayla Spoff? Jesus... Oh, in favor of a 7-year-old girl. Absolutely not. I will not be blackmailed. The Shadowmen are rising up. Oh, God. How many troops have they got? Oh, sure, they can't have that many troops. We've got a friggin' dragon. Yeah, no, this is really not very impressive at all, is it? We've got to stay focused here. Eyes on the prize. Let's remember to take... What do we think? Seduction or carousing? Which one would make us... I suppose we're trying to get rid of honourable. We're trying to get rid of just. And we're trying to get rid of kind. Intrigue, I think, would get rid of all three, wouldn't it? Let's go for intrigue instead and just spy on basically everyone. And hopefully, over time, that we can get rid of some of those. And then, eventually, join the society. I am trying to keep, like, tunnel visioned here on our goals. Because I will get pretty distracted here with everything going on. Right. Your grace and wisdom, Shadow King Topbog. Thank you. Part of our duty is to blah, blah, blah. I would like to mention... well, last time this happened, he blew my face off. So, sure, why not? What could go wrong with it? Okay. How many men have we got left over? Not many. Oh, Jesus, this could be bad. Okay, you boys go away. Okay, that's fine. Manticore Isles, once again, proving how valuable this place was. It saved us on so many times. It saved Asshai so many times over. That was 1,000 gold well spent, I think. Or was it like 300? Either way, it doesn't matter. Fleet levies. Get these boys embarked. Bring them to the capital. And then we're just going to have to sit there and, I guess, turtle up. Dragon up. We're just gonna have to sit there and let them come to us and torch them, because we can't use the dragon outside of Asshai really, because we've got, you know, mountains everywhere. I think even like, yeah, even Sarabai counts as mountains there. Jesus. Okay. This is going to be difficult, isn't it? This is going to be really difficult. All right, there we go. That's what I was after. Slaves outside your capital, they will be brought to your camps in Asshai. So now we should have. Oh, hang on. There we go. Limited slave labor. So it's -20, -20. So that slave raid was a success. Thank God for that. I was a little bit worried then for a second. Yeah, you can marry off. Who cares? Let me deal with some of these other crap. Oh my God, there's so much to deal with. So I think we should probably ransom some prisoners out at this stage. I didn't want to keep them around for reasons, but we might as well ransom them off to get ourselves out of the negative debt there. Negative debt? Out of the debt there. Right, there we go. 5 gold. That'll do. I'll take it. Okay, now merge these troops together. We've got 4,500 men. That's pretty decent, especially when you consider, you know, dragon. Right, okay. Kuichi and our good friends, Biku the Shadow. What has Shadowbinder been able to do? I think I've been calling them Shadowbenders. Have I been calling them Shadowbenders? Leave a comment today. This character is a Shadowbinder that just gives them learning. I wonder if it gives them some unique events as well. You'd assume so, right? Lenghi fleet. We've got 4,500. Oh, they're all heading to... Where are they going? Well, they're in the shadows. They're actually just going straight up to the north here. Now, we can't chase them down, because, again, mountains. So if we do that, they're just gonna stomp us. Even with the dragon doing the extra tactics there, we're just gonna get stomped. I want to wait for them to at least get out of... Oh, this counts as hills, does it? Right, that's interesting. We could head over to the hills and try and bring them down here. I'm just gonna wait for them to attack Asshai. I don't see how else we can do this otherwise. So I don't know if this is gonna work, but I have an idea. Let's raise a very, very small attack force. Oh, shit, right on top of their troops. Yeah, no, that's what I meant to do. Let's raise a very, very small attack force. Have we got any... Oh, my God, it's going to be 200 men. And we'll just put Topbog in charge of that. Drive the dragon to their capital. Torch it down, and that should give us 100% war score. Because that's... Oh, unless they've got anything sieged, which they don't right now. Oh, God, the hiccups have begun. It's the old gods. They've cursed me again. I and my trusted snoops and sneaks will keep a close eye on Drod Spoff. So I figured Drod Spoff was probably the best one to go for. Seeing as, you know, he's our son, he's in our court, he also hates us. And his daughter is in line to the throne, so it might be worth seeing what he's got to offer us. Right, so they have actually sieged something down there. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work. If it does work, it's sort of against the, I don't know, it just feels a little bit against CK2's sort of main ethos here. Otherwise, we could just raise troops, raise a very, very small amount of troops, send them to an enemy's capital, let's say, for example, Yiti, send them to Yiti's capital, torch it down, meanwhile their armies, you know, wander into our capital, and they can't do anything about it. It does seem a little bit scummy that we can just siege down anywhere we want with a very, very small amount of troops. Well, let's give it a go, just to see if it actually does work for a start. Deploy the dragon. Dracaris. Oh, it's been wounded, but that's okay. Oh my God, it actually does work. 22% war score, just like that, and then we're out again. Okay, it's instant. Now, I'm sure he's up to something. Oh, did I say that was pointless? So I mashed my mouse there. Yeah, no, we're good. That seems a little bit overpowered. Because then we can also come all the way around to this area they've got siege down. Her talents will be useful here. Sure, why not? I'm sure we can get some monies for her. I need a new mouse. This is ridiculous. Right, sell slave. Goodbye. Time to do business. Please. 75 gold. You madman. Manticore Isles is prospering. Thank you, Manticore Isles. Right, so we'll wait for them to leave, and then we'll just do exactly the same thing here. And we'll slowly win, because we've got ticking war score now in their capital, and when they've lost this one, I mean, who cares if they've taken that one? I don't think it's contributing much war score there, seeing as it only went down by a few %. Look, they're gone. We'll drop in, siege it down with the dragon. Oh, I don't think we even need to, but I will anyway, just because it's funny to watch everyone burn. The land is consumed by dragon fire. Oh, God. Well, it doesn't matter too much, does it? All right, and that's that one dealt with. 71% war score, and now we can just leave again. And our actual armies have done absolutely nothing. And again, they siege that down, send the boats around, burn it again. This is a little bit ridiculous. We'd like to... No, I just hired this dude. He's got 18 intrigue there, so I thought we better hire him. Guy near Spymaster. You do have 90, but you also hate me, and you're my daughter that I've refused to give land to. So, no. And more importantly, she's possessed. Absolutely not. Get out of here. Right. This boy is ready to receive my advice. Now, again, last time this happened, we lost an eye. Our face blew up. Okay, we're good. Mensa successfully. And we've gained the trait Scarred rather than severely injured. That's pretty good. Right, get out of here. I need to siege your capital again. Oh, God. I found out nothing new and useful about comma, but, as my shady informant pointed out, there's nothing prevent me making stuff up. He likes to take little boys to bed. That's a reasonable thing to say about your son. Excellent. I need something real. Fuck it. Does that really not get rid of honourable? Ah, there we go. Lose the trait honourable. Perfect. Now all we've got to do is get rid of just and get rid of kind. Was that seriously not considered an unkind thing to do? Why don't we torture some prisoners? How old are you? A 13-year-old girl. Pet rat. Not for long, you don't. Torture. That was not a just act. Lose the trait just. I've gained the trait stressed. Right, who gives a fuck, honestly? Humiliate? Do we lose the trait kind? Nothing. How do we get rid of the trait kind, then? Blind her? There we go. I have suffered enough pain and betrayal. Why help those who hurt me back? I've lost the trait kind. Gain the trait blinded. Get the fuck out. Sell her into slavery? Fuck it. I don't think anybody will actually take her at this stage, will we? We are going to be the world's... Oh my god, they actually did. Oh, I feel terrible. This blind girl we just sent out into slavery. But we lost kind and just and honourable in an instant. Right, get rid of the Alchemist Guild. Fuck off. Cult of Starry Wisdom. Are you guys interested in Shadow King Topbog Spoff? Priest Hater of Asshai? I mean, why wouldn't you be? Look at this dude. My god, the madness continues. I think we've gone fully down the rabbit hole at this stage here. We probably couldn't get any worse. Tyranny, minus 30. Who cares? Oh no, people are going to hate us. Business as usual, I guess, with Topbog Spoff. Get out of here. Right, okay, take the capital, and this war should be more or less done. Goodbye, there's no one of value here. We could take the whole thing. They're not going to head back up to deal with 200 men, because they think we're not a threat. Little do they know, I'm a dragon. No, okay, apparently I'm not. Hang on. No. I thought this was the goal that we actually just sold off then. Get out of here. I do want to take this one, but Manpos Raiders. Ugh. I don't want to take that one back, but until these raiders get out of here, we won't. City of Lenghi. Excellent. Goodbye. Dracaris. I don't like the chance of getting maimed. Especially because we got really, really unlucky with that. 85%. Siege of Sarabarai itself. This is a temple. I'm just going to deploy the dragon again. Might give us enough war score to just finish off this war at that point. Thank God. Marry as you please. She's a dragon. What do they expect? Lose a trait wounded. There we go. Right. Come on, dragon. Boom. And this should be done. No? Okay, right. There we go. 67%. Why? What do you mean? Oh, because they fought in a battle that I completely ignored. Excellent. Classic. Right. Back in control. Topbog Spoff. Biku the Shadowbinder. You boys get on the boats. And I would say reinforce, but that seems like a bad idea. I think we can win this with the dragon. I think this would be more than fine with the dragon. I'm sure Limerspoff is up to something. He's apparently not, but that's fine. Okay, when are we going to get there? 29th of July. I want to put these goddamn Shadowmen down for good. They're driving me insane with this shit. 29th of July. 27th. Couple more days. Where's my Cult of Starry Wisdom, though? Come on, it's been a week. Why have you not invited me to join? Burn them all. Asshai is on fire again. This guy tried to slay the dragon and died. This guy tried to slay the dragon and actually died. Severely burnt. That was a lot of people we just killed. 100% war score. I don't want to waste any more troops. Get the hell out of here. Boom. Look at that. One rebellion, swiftly dealt with. We need to unify the round fucking quickly. I can't take it because we're at truce with him. That's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. Problem solved. What about you? You were probably a traitor as well, weren't you? Get out of here. Say yes. Please don't make me fight you again. Please. Ah! Right, okay. I see how this is going to be. Thank you all for watching. Next episode, we fight some more goddamn fucking traitors. I'm sick of these shadow men. Oh, play in the Asshai, he said. It'll be fun, he said. We constantly have this threat from the shadow men. That's a good feature, he said. Wrongly. I'm so annoyed. Let's give a big shout out to the insane top tier level patrons for making this series possible. Big Dick Timmy, Zachary Harris, Sarik, Lucas Holting, Sean Thornton, Lolrus, Heydog, Zedini, Paul, Necrofilling, Asuna Kirito, Facundo Vasquez, Crosis, I'm the Lizard King, Jocelyn, Dean Tesla, Michael Mullen, Tyler Birch, Jacob Alexander Fenton, Pelvis Presley, Logan Thorne, Conspired C, Orcs Wolf, Average Gamer 419, Escape, Zazzy711, and Jackson Whitman for the support of the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for keeping the channel going. Almost 10,000 now. What a mistake. Honestly, 10,000. I never thought that would happen, but we'll make a video about that at some point. And as well, a big shout out to my good friends, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Brennan Toniak, Euphrates, Quasar Fox, Jack Allen, Gabriel Van Der, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, Johan DeVries, Duncan 2 and 7, Zet McDougall, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Will Wade, The Sage, Chris, Surf Thor the Swede, Asaro, Nick, Fraser Brennan, Kevin Saunders, Betimus Max, The Insane Pickle, Adam Person, Igor Kozak, Haji Dumar, and Noah Gallimore for their support on Patreon as well. Thank you all for your support. If you are not on this list, Patreon will release their new list tomorrow. I think it should be out. I will double check though, because it might be finished already. If not, Sorry. I don't know where I was going with that. Thanks for watching.